Yeah, we're just going to jump right on into it here tonight. Had a couple of technical issues leading into this thing, but we are now happy to say that we are live, and we'll just get into it right here at the starting lineup. And we got the starting lineup music going, so let's just walk into it. Luis Gonzalez Nunez, he's here with me. He's been sweating it out just like I have. Let's get tonight's starting lineup in here from Kentucky Speedway. Greg Evans is going to continue his march on the championship. He is on the pole tonight with a 173.8. Right next to him, Justin Kirby. P2 with a 173.7. Newcomer to the league, and someone I've been told to watch. He's extremely fast. Joshua Zorn, P3. And making his debut tonight in the ISRA. Vern Hawkins, former winner here in the ISRA. He is fourth. Stretch is fifth. Pepto Joe 6th. Sam Crow 7th in a slick-looking new truck tonight. Evan Clapper 8th. Say hey, Lewis Hayes in 9th. And Rigney, one of our points leaders this early this season, is in P10. Rick D 11th. Richie Hearn 12th. Big John 13th. Jake Euler 14th. Matty Wagner, after a long night last night, a 500-miler at Pocono in the DW12 series in Dark Horse. He is lining up 15th. Lionel Callisto 16th. Trevor Hunt, I believe this is his first race with the series. Welcome. He is lining up 17th. And also on the grid, Alex Guyan back at 18th. And the final spot. So 18 truck field tonight, not too bad. Getting ready to go green, 125 laps here at Kentucky. How's it going, Lewis?
No, good. I see Callisto no qualifying on the back. I see our second place on last race. Rigney on 10. For sure, Greg Evans in the top on the pole. So, like you said, let's see Joshua Zorn. How is involved in this situation over here. Another race on night. I hope it's gonna be a good race like we happened last week. Very close on Evans and Rigney on the final close, and let's see what is doing also our race guy last week on Richie Hearn.
Richie Hearn.
Great result, great battle last week. Last race, sorry, not last week.
2 weeks ago, a little week, we had a little time off, getting ready to go green here, coming through corners 3 and 4. This is the re-provision portion of the speedway. They reconfigured it, kind of the opposite of Texas. We'll talk about that more as we get into this race, but getting ready to go green here in Kentucky.
Green, green, green.
And one lap in the books, and Evans is our leader, and Zorn is right there. We've been told to watch out for him there in the red and white. 112, Kirby back in third, and here comes Vern Hawkins in the 14th, Stretch in fifth. Moving up now to back to fifth, now up to fifth is Flanagan. Zorn's at a high sign over Evans, and here comes the 14 with Kirby, or excuse me, Hawkins in that flat black 14, very slick looking.
Like I think the IndyCar and also the NASCAR, the high line is much better than the low line, so it's more grip, you're more faster, and Zorn take the lead for now.
Zorn down the backstretch, he is clear of Evans, and the newcomer to the lead, send him to the lead. And Flanagan right behind him on the high side over Evans. He is clear now. Move Evans back to third. Flanagan in second. We've seen Evans do this before. He just kind of gets used to the tires as everyone kind of burns them off in front of him, and he reels them all in later in the run. But I've noticed that the pack is a lot tighter this time that we've seen in past mile-and-a-half races. Normally, they've allowed the pack to kind of get spread out after a while, but everyone was kind of on these different strategies, especially when it comes to tires.
I'm gonna say all the first 10 laps is the same. Then you're gonna see the spread all the people around. But
Pepto Joe to the lead. He just set a purple lap. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. First 10 laps until the tires start wearing off, and then we'll see the people that can really handle how these trucks handle when the tires start going off. But we're lap 5 of 125 here in the ISRA visiting Kentucky Speedway.
You can see Evans in the 5th position over there, and still easy over there, easy, just relax, let's see, 120 laps, 25 laps over there. Let's leave it, this guy, burn the tires, like it's happened last week, last race on Iowa. He did the same thing, and then he smashed and hammer time and won the race for 0.059 in against Regney. So it's gonna be a good race. Let's see. It's still a lot of people over there battle for position, but we have to
Euler
take care of the tires.
Yeah, Euler in the 15, I think, smacked the wall coming off at 2. But he looks okay. And the rule set for tonight, this is a mile-and-a-half oval, 125 laps we're doing, 187.5 race miles. 4 sets of tires, 1 on the truck. Actually, I think it's 1 on the truck and 3 in the pits. I could be wrong. I'll have you double check me. You can check on that one real quick. But 100%, I think we're back at 100% fuel for the series. And 1 fast repair, and the pit road speed limit is 45 miles an hour. Want to thank our new sponsor that you just saw at the front end, Sim Motion. It's Sim Racers taking care of Sim Racers, or what a concept. That's Sim Motion's mission. With over 50 combined years of experience in the community and industry, Sim Motion is your one-stop strategy for everything you need for sim racing. Whether you still have your rookie stripes or a grizzled veteran looking for that next upgrade, check out their line of sim racing hardware, including top brands like Azatec, Buttkicker, Moza, SimMagic, and more. SimMotion is a proud sponsor of the ISRA. Visit our online store today or follow one of their socials. The links are in the description. Welcome to the league. Thank you very much for being one of our sponsors. Back up front, Vern Hawkins is caught up to Pepto Joe. Going down to the inside, and the lower provisioned banking of 3 and 4 versus what we normally see in 1 and 2 here. Actually, I believe when they did reprovision, they did reprovision 1 and 2, to be honest. I think the originally it was a lower banking all the way around and its original configuration.
Well, it doesn't matter. Is it Legacy or the currently all Kentucky is so difficult. It's really difficult, especially in 1 and 3 and 4.
Yep, the Legacy version, yeah. Vern Hawkins now to the lead, using the apron a little bit to get by Pepto Joe and move Vern Hawkins to the lead. Vern has 1 win in the series on the Xfinity side of things, and now he's joining us for the trucks tonight. Hawkins, Flanagan, Kirby, Zorn, Evans, Euler, Clapper, Crow, Callisto, and Wagner. Matty Wags up 5 spots there in the 12 body armor. And take a look at Sam Crow's truck right there, the number 8 Toyota in the Toyota colors. That's very slick looking. Here comes Lionel Callisto, already up 7 spots on the high side of Sam Crow.
Well, like happened in Iowa, so Callisto went back to front. For sure, he had his spoon on turn 4, if you remember.
Yeah.
But think so. He's getting pushed over there because he has to be do it now because I know it's we have only 14, 15 laps over there, but you're gonna figure out in one click. It's just 5 to go. So, so yeah, you're gonna realize it's.
Yeah, they're gonna. Well, in this league particularly, where there's not a lot of yellow flag laps. You look 1 second and you're halfway done through the league, through the race, and the next second, you're right, you're coming to 5 to go. This is round. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Do you see Greg Evans and Zorn there, easy, just waiting for the opportunity? And you see Pepto Joe was a lead and then coming for the third position. Justin Kirby is at the second for sure, and Evan Hawkins. So you're gonna see all these guys how waiting for the opportunity or just waiting for the front people get burned the tires. So
yeah,
I know it's the temperature is not really high. It's I'm gonna say in
track temp is 73 and ambient air temperature is 69, and that's in Fahrenheit.
Yeah, 22.8 and Celsius. So it's really hot. It's really cold. Easy to drive.
Pepto Joe gets passed by Zorn. He led a couple laps and now is back to 4th. Evans right there with him, getting a good run off the corner. Might take a shot at Pepto Joe going into 1. I do like this track. This is actually where I have one of my few. I don't have a lot of starts, official starts, iRacing starts, but this is where I have one of my few official wins.
I don't remember if I win in Kentucky.
Oh, I remember because I dominated. I led every lap. 75 out of 75, Gary led. and I would have had the grand slam on an oval if I had some traffic to draft off of. I was out in front the whole time, so I had no one to draft off of, and someone in the back set the purple lap because they were able to draft off somebody. But if I had someone to draft off of, I am confident I would have had the purple lap. Evans looking under Pepto Joe. And give the position to Evans now. Pepto Joe back to 5th. So Joe started 6th, stormed to the front early with the fresh tires. Now he's back to 5th, almost exactly where he started. The big movers of the race right now is Callisto back in 8th. He's up 8. Jake Euler up 7. Alex Guyon, we'll get back to take a look at the Canadian there. Alex is up 7 spots as well. Normally a fast starter, Stretch Armstrong, down 7. Say hey, Lewis Hayes with a good qualifying run. He is down 6. And Richie Hearn back in 18th right now, down 6. So I think maybe some people are out there with some alternate strategies. They're going to make these tires last a lot longer. And they're looking at, not sure what we're looking at for strategies yet.
To be honest, I don't have any information if it's 100% fuel. If it's 100%, it could be one stop or 1.5 stops. Or like we saw last in Iowa, some of the guys did 2 stops, and another one did 1 stop. So we need to figure out if it's gonna be a 1 stop. So unfortunately, I don't have the information for the tank fuel in the car. But like I said, if it 100% should be 1 stop for each one, or we can decide to split in 2. Depend how demanding is the tire on this track.
So if it's a two-stopper... Oh, a guy on the outside right here watching this battle with Crow and Armstrong. Oh, guy in the wall. Oof. That's going to open up the bottom side, the Rigney and Rick D. Still up front, Vern Hawkins leading the way. Kirby second, Zorn third, Evans fourth, Pepto Joe back to fifth. Evan Clapper is in sixth, Euler seventh. Callisto right now running down Euler for seventh spot. On the racetrack right now in 1 and 2. Now, I think here, if you don't mind me peeling back the veil of secrecy here, I'll get rid of all the stats here, and I can go into the iRacing overlay, click on info, and tire limit set in race 4. So we have 4 sets of tires. That's 3 in the pits, 1 on the truck.
Okay.
Just like Wizard of Oz, there's nothing to see here. Anyways, go ahead.
Funny thing, 75, I don't understand in Spanish, sorry. 75% of fuel limit, so could be almost to a stop maybe?
75% fuel? Okay.
Yes.
So if it's going to be a 3-stopper, let's do 125 divided by 4. That'll be a 3-stopper. That'll be every 31 laps. So anyone's going to do the 3-stopper, they will be coming in here rather soon. And they have enough tires, they could do that if they want to. I don't think it might be a good idea. I don't know. We're green flagged the whole time here in this league. We see very little yellow flags. The last caution we'd have 1 for 5 laps at Iowa, but that was the first caution that we had all season long.
So if it's that 3-stop, could be 41, and the last one 42 or 43?
Yeah.
If it's 2, 63, and the last one 62. To the end, so basically 1 stop, yeah. So could be.
Yeah, 125 divided by 2, a 1-stopper would be right at 62 and a half. So 62 or 63, depending on if we could go that long. We're not real sure. But field is starting to get strung out. Clapper in a battle with Pepto Joe now for 6th. 5th and 6th, move Clapper, not quite. Clapper down low. And that Kellogg's truck. Good run on the high side for Pepto Joe. And then you hear him really roll out of it going into the flatter 3 and 4.
So if I Pepto Joe, I said, because we saw Pepto Joe on the front, and now he's on the back with 1.1 second behind of Evans. So he can thinking to be on 2-stop because the tire is getting dead. So you can figure out about the thing. So we have a one. Hawkins on pits, so we can figure out how the tires is.
We now know how Hawkins is going to go. Hawkins is going to go on the 3-stopper.
Yes. So yeah, we can figure it out there. So Pepto Joe could be thinking about it to do that because he started to lose track over there.
Yeah, and that might not be a bad idea for Pepto Joe. This is an option for him.
Yeah, Clapper is coming. Pits.
Clapper.
Oh, he hit it the wall.
No, but if he just needs to keep rolling, he's going to have a fast repair that will take care of that.
And also be careful with the exit on the pit, so it's really tricky.
Oh, yes, the pit out here is very tricky. And Jake Euler, okay, so Jake Euler on a high side of Wagner and Armstrong there. Another car coming to pit road, and there it is, Pepto Joe,
Yep.
and Rick D coming to pit road. So a couple of others are trying to execute the three-stop strategy, and we will actually ride with Pepto Joe on his roof. We'll watch him get full service and everything as he goes down to his stall. But we will talk about this pit out that you were just mentioning. It is a very, very tight pit out here.
So when we said three stops, it means 2 on pit, but it's 3 stints. So basically,
Right? Yes.
Yes. So you can confuse about you're gonna stop 3 times on the pit. So no, you're gonna get that.
All right, so watch this. He's coming out. Service is done. Now he gets to these cones. This is where he's free to accelerate, but he can't go above that yellow line yet. And then watch how this yellow line just kind of funnels you down next to that wall. And when you're at this speed and when the truck doesn't really want to turn like that, it's like threading a needle. But Pepto Joe rejoins the field. He's back in 16th.
So 2 more. Wagner, I think so. Wagner on...
Wagner, ooh, and Stretch hitting pit road. Richie Hearn, and there it is, Vern Hawkins, 171.744 purple lap. So that's exactly what he wants to do with these new tires, is he wants to start laying down blistering lap after blistering lap to get back his track position. And then when his next stop gets here around lap 62-ish, that's then he'll stop and he'll give that back up again and then get back out with a new fresh set of tires sooner than everyone else, and then make that next run. Ooh, look at him cross over there underneath Euler and between Sam Crow.
Alec Bouillon on pits.
Guyan on pit road in the 08, coming to his stall. He might actually get a little work done from pancaking the side of his truck earlier.
Evans to pits.
Evans pit road.
Calisto.
So now we're going to see how far ahead Hawkins is going to be from everybody with these new tires, and he's going to be much sooner to his next stop than everyone else too.
Yes, so I see.
Rick
I hear
172.4 purple lap.
Trevor Hunt too is coming, and Soren. He don't announcement any point is coming up pit. So
Zorn and Kirby on pit road. Sam Crow staying out.
There it is.
Rigney coming in. Say hey, Lewis Hayes. He's staying out. That's the norm for Lewis Hayes. He likes to go on those long runs. But let's see how Vern Hawkins trickles to the front as these guys start coming out. There is Evans in front of Hayes. New set of tires. He'll be really fast.
So basically, is to a stop. It's gonna be so 100%.
Sam Crow pit road.
But do you remember we said 42,
Yeah.
41, and 42? So Kirby did 40, and the first one,
Matt Wagner 172.5 purple lap.
Hawkins did 30.
He did 32.
31 laps.
Yeah, he did 32. So
32
he's
laps.
he's looking at a 3-stopper while everyone else is looking closer to a 2-stopper. Well, we'll see. Vern Hawkins now is back to the lead. And he's going to have himself a 5-second lead over Flanagan. Pepto Joe stopping early, which wasn't a bad idea. We saw how Pepto Joe, how fast he is at the beginning of his stint. He stopped on lap 34, only 2 laps after Vern, and he has now pushed himself to P2. So we see that those guys that are really good on the fresh tire earlies, it's good. It's probably in their benefit now to keep doing these shorter stints But he is now ahead of Clapper and Evans. Evans, Clapper side by side through the trioval coming into one. Move Evans now up to third. Evans improved a couple positions on that pit stop. He went from really fifth to fourth.
Ooh. I see a battle for the 7th position back there. Armstrong, Callisto over there, and Rick is very far. See the action.
And it looks like a little bit of body work is bubbled up. Oh, maybe it's the maybe it's just the livery for Stretch. Looks like he maybe had a little bit of bowing in the front hood there, but it's just delivery, I think. Zorn on his first stop, not a great one, back to 6th, but taking it nice and easy. The main thing is he hasn't taken himself out of contention yet.
So Hawkins is 5 seconds, so means he did very short stop. So he must do 1 stop long.
Yep.
And also tires. But that's gonna be the last one. And sometimes it works, sometimes
we shall see.
Time, yeah, I hope it's gonna work. So he must to do some qualifying run on the track to do that good to the end, because could be lost 2 seconds on pit stop on refuel the tank. So yeah, he have to do faster laps. So he did 31.0 last one. So it's and Pepto Joe 31.2. But Evans is the fastest so far.
Evans is the fastest by 2/10 right now of the leaders, other than Clapper. Clapper is also pretty fast. He's a 31 flat as well. Justin Kirby is doing 30s, as so is Zorn. Listo is also doing 30-second laps. If you enjoy P1's coverage of the ISRA Truck Series and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and ring the bell so you'll miss out on future P1 iRacing broadcasts. Second night in a row, we've had a double header. We had the NTRL had their first race as we are blinking all of a sudden for some reason. Had their first race, or their race first tonight at 8:10. And we're finishing with the nightcap with the ISRA. And why are we blinking? No drop frames. Plenty of up bandwidth. Well, let's get it on a different camera. We'll try that. Vern Hawkins is your leader. And he has been out for 15 laps, so he's probably due on pit road anytime. Not actually anytime. He's about halfway through his run, excuse me.
I see Richie Hearn hit the wall on turn 2, but this car is like a tank, so nothing's gonna happen.
Are you getting any blinking on your end?
Nope.
Nope, okay.
Not at all. I 100% in everything.
All right. Does it again, I'll have to quit our supplemental overlay, but that's fine. No one else sees that. Rigney getting to the backside of Crow here. This is a battle for 13th. Haven't got a chance, speaking of Rigney, haven't got a chance to really show the points yet. We will do that right now after we give the old thumbs up and subscribe and notify. And like I said, we did have a doubleheader last night, doubleheader tonight, tomorrow night, just our single broadcast of our signature broadcast. That is of the IndyCar Oval Series as it starts its season at Nashville. LGN will be there with us for that one. 8:15 p.m. Eastern time right here on P1. And then on Wednesday night, the VRL Truck Series, they will be at Atlanta. I'll be calling that with Josh Bittner, while Mark Murphy and Ryan Eric King will call the opening race of the votive Indy Oval Series, the Boomer Button Box Indy Oval Series for the Votive Racing League at Fontana. It's a new Indy Racing League startup, and they will be having their inaugural race at Fontana, and they'll be going side by side, head to head, with my race that I'll be doing with the VRL, so everybody will have a little something they want to watch. They can. But here are the points, as you see, and we'll even hide the overlay bugs there. Evans is your leader. Rigney, Flanagan, Kirby, Callisto, Wagner, Crow, Hearn, Vallis, and Chris Reagan. Not in the lineup tonight, but he is in P10th. That is your top 10 right now in the ISRA Truck Series point standings, as we are only 3 rounds into this second season. Back up front, Kirby and Evans and Zorn, nose to tail.
So, Evans is coming fast, very fast. It's half a second faster than Hawkins. So, Evans was on the group on Zorn and Kirby and himself. So now it's getting closer and closer. Now it's 2.8. So in 10 laps, I think so 5 laps. I want to say 5 to 10 laps cut between 5.3 to 2.5 now. Getting close. So I think so. The strategy on the Greg Evans is getting there.
Here's the
and
back.
It's getting bad for Hawkins. So.
Yeah, and out the back for Hawkins, looking as that group of 3 is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Although Kirby looking a little racy back there in that middle position in that blue truck.
Sorry, vale, for position is Guyon, Sam
Rick D,
Crow.
yeah, for 10th. Ooh, Rick D, move Goyan up to the top 10. He's up 8 spots. Again, the biggest climber as Callisto. There he is. He is up 10 spots to P6.
And you know who's the faster car so far now?
The purple truck right now is Matty Wagner. At least he had the fastest lap. He turned a 30.4, like around 172 miles an hour. We can show everybody that here. Do the best lap here, 172. Look for the purple number for Wagner right there on the screen, and that will tell you that's the guy that just turned the purple lap, right there.
They get a point for faster lap?
No, but I like to track it. I like to track it. It just shows that it's fun.
Yeah, no, it's okay. But I thought it's gonna be a point for faster lap, so it's okay. At least he did the faster lap.
57 of 125. We are just scorching through a typical ISRA race here. No cautions and flying through it. There is Vern Hawkins, and he is very quickly losing his advantage now to Evans, 1.1 seconds. But Hawkins is only 6 laps away from potentially his next stop.
You're right. Oh yeah, you're right. He must do. So it's 5 laps, between 4 to 5 laps to coming in. But like I said, so he have to do 1 pit stop
more
for for longest. So maybe 2 or 3 seconds more. So it's gonna be interesting to see which section on the track is gonna be exit. So, but Evans, he needs to maybe same, or maybe 1 or 2 seconds more slow on pit stop, or wait for a pit stop, because he did 37 last pit stop. So 37. took to enter to the pit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, laps. I talking about laps. Yeah.
Yeah, if I didn't think you knew what you were talking about, I wouldn't have you as a driver expert here.
Sometimes I start to speak in and I start to confuse me myself. So it's like, oh, I said the right thing. Yeah.
28 laps for the stint now 29 laps for Spurn in the lead there. Evans 23 laps into his current stint. Kirby and Zorn 22 laps into their stint. Callisto 23, Pepto Joe 27, Clapper 28, Wagner 25, Armstrong 25, Guyon 24. And we now have a battle for the lead, Hawkins and Evans.
I gonna say Hawkins must to go to pit because he's getting. He the last lap did 32.
Yeah, he was 32 flat, and everyone else around him was doing 39s. Yeah, he's gonna try
His
to.
group is 31. 31.
Yeah, guys at 31. Yeah, 31.9. Excuse me, my bad.
On the chat say Hugo Galas. Hi, Gary. Hi, myself.
Hey, Hugo Gallus. Normally normally one of the starters tonight, taking the night off. He's taking a liking to these trucks. Fetch Armstrong and Clapper. Clapper, pit road for Clapper. So he is coming in right at, let's see, he did 26 laps, 29 laps on this stint. So coming in a little bit early, maybe.
So the last one, 33. So 29 to 30. So it's included the pit stop, one more lap. So maybe he's gonna do one more stop. So
well, now I've noticed this, and maybe it's just because Greg knows that Vern's probably coming to pit road early. Greg's stalled out right now behind Vern, but I'm wondering, is that an arrow wash? Has he really stalled, or does he know that Vern's coming to pit road? And instead of racing harder, why don't you just race smarter and pass the guy when he goes to pit road?
Yeah, you're right. He just waited for the moment. So this is just, he knows, or maybe he said, I think so. Evans could be.
Ooh, a little slip up, and that allows the underside to open up for Evans. Going side by side in the 3, and I tell you what, Kirby, he's going to follow him through if he can.
So you know what is who's going to get the advantage of this? Callisto.
Yes.
3 seconds behind the group, so very good push on Callisto over there.
And now Vern going a little bit longer on this run now. He's 34 laps into this stint, went 32 on the first one. I think he's, there he goes. I think he's trying to get to the inside so he can come to pit road. I think he wants to come to pit road this time. Coming to pit road. Yep. Everyone's steering clear. There we go.
He did well. Oh, he did good, actually. That's a good word. So he did good. He had to. Because, it's kind of, with all that group is going to be loose with the track, all the stuff. So, yeah.
Going up, and there it is, changing the tires, going up on the lefts. Going up on the rights now, going up on the lefts. Probably already has all his fuel he needs. I don't think he went through an entire fuel run. So he's down and away, and that was only a 14.8 second stop as he was on pit road for 43.3. So let's see where he comes out in relation to Clapper. And he's well in front of Clapper. Well, not well, but he's like half a straightaway. Maybe a quarter, maybe a third of a straightaway in front of Clapper. Well, now we're going to see how how this changes coming to pit road. Pepto Joe, pit road.
Rick D2 in pit row.
Rick D
And
done.
also
Dr. Joe
Armstrong.
done.
Yes.
Sam
and also Rick D
Crow.
too.
Sam Crow, pit road. Rick D in the Steelers truck with his consulting gig on the back on the tailgate there.
Wagner on pit.
Matty Wagner coming to pit road. Third place last night in the Dark Horse DW12 Pocono 500. Was not happy with the lap traffic last night. I don't know if you saw that race or not, Lewis.
I saw the last 30 laps.
Yeah.
I was very, very excited. So a really, really good race. And that 30 laps to go. So I was kind of busy around. So I saw the 30 laps and Greg Evans on pits. Was very excited. Yeah, good race at that. And 200 laps, all pretty clear.
Yeah, 200 laps, no cautions. 500 miles, no cautions in IndyCars at Pocono. And we're
2 hours, I think.
Yeah, we're continuing that trend tonight here. 71 of 125. We're more than halfway into this no cautions. Very typical of the ISRA. So far this season, their green flag racing number is 96%.
Let's get to the end. So what's happened?
All right,
so,
Clapper gets around Evans. Clapper gets around Evans. And Hawkins around Evans.
So Hawkins must to push. That's the thing. So Soren and Big Joe on pit road.
Vern just doesn't really have to worry about it. He just pushes every single lap. That's really all he has to do. Every single lap is like a qual lap for Vern. He's now turning 30.6s while everyone else around him is 32s ahead of him. I think Josh Zorin is on pit road. He's coming off. Big John coming off pit road right there in the 78. Evans gets it around Zorn. Zorn very fast, but been taking pit road very conservatively. But that's, you know what, it's his first race, and I don't blame him. You know, you kind of don't expect when you hear the legend of the ISRA, where you say you've come to the ISRA, you're going to see all green flag laps. You're like, no, that can't be right. Surely there's going to be some cautions there, and I'm going to hit pit road, you know, under caution. No, when you come to the ISRA, you better practice your green flag pit stops a lot.
Yeah, so it's
Euler pit road.
but it's really good that.
Callisto on pit road.
So it's 3.6 behind Evans Hawkins. So pretty good. Let's see Callisto, where he's going.
And Callisto, where's he at? There he is.
Kirby's coming up it now.
Kirby coming to pit road. We saw Hawkins approaching him as Kirby was slowing down. Oh, Trevor Hunt and his first race in this series in the 59. He is going to be our leader in just a second as he will click on by and pick up the lead here at lap 77 to 78. Say hey, Lewis Hayes again doing another long run, moved up to second. Kirby now currently third on pit road. He'll get passed by Richie Hearn. Actually gets passed by Vern Hawkins. Richie Hearn now on pit road.
Yeah, Hunt too is coming pit road.
Hunt very aggressive off the banking. Got nice in control. Now that he's speed. And it's going to
what
turn
happened
to...
with Jake Euler? Came in slow on the... Oh, he
no.
hit the wall on turn 3.
Is he under power? No,
Yeah,
he is not under power, but he's going to the access road.
Oh, let me see.
He must. Is he out of fuel, or did the engine blow?
I'll let you know. Oh, the engine done. So they blew the engine with the. It's gonna be stupid if I said it hit the wall, and the engines blow because the engine is the front. So I don't know. Kind of weird. Or maybe he put one engine down on third because of his spoon.
Okay. Now he's going to make it the pit road. No caution. But day done for Jake Euler. That engine is toast. As Steve Matchett used to like to say on Formula One races, kablamo. All right, let's get this thing straightened out. Hawkins is your leader by 2.9 seconds over Evans. Evans, who is right behind Say Hey Lewis Hayes. Justin Kirby, 172.7 purple lap. So the leaders are answering the challenge. Hawkins, your leader, over Evans by 2.6 seconds. Zorn, 2.3 behind Evans. Clapper right with Zorn. We'll take a look at that battle right here.
Oh, it's gonna be a problem with Hawkins over there because Hunt coming with 2 laps new tires is gonna pass him. He gonna start to throw all the dirty air on Hawkins.
Yeah, he is. Well, I mean, he might get a little bit of the draft. That might be helpful to him.
I don't know.
We'll see what type of lap he turns here. He did a 31.3 last time by. He's going to do a...
31.6.
31.6 this time.
Yeah. And he's coming...
yeah, 83. Yes. 83. We're at 83 laps. We expect to see him probably pit for the final stop somewhere in the mid-90s, maybe, for Vern Hawkins.
He'll be in 10 laps to go. In 10 laps more, sorry.
And that'll be about the mid-90s, yep.
Yeah.
Callisto and Armstrong battle on the racetrack. This is for 7th. And move Callisto up one more spot. If you're just joining us, this is P1's coverage of the ISRA Truck Series coming to you from Kentucky. We've completed 85 of a scheduled 125 laps. If you're enjoying P1's coverage of tonight's race, make sure to smash the like button. Don't just hit it, just smash it. Subscribe to the channel and ring the bell for future iRacing content, including tomorrow night, the IndyCar Oval Series Week 1 for Season 4 of 2024, Nashville. And we both sit there and go, oof, Nashville, oof, and IndyCar, oof. But yeah, it's going to be, it'll be an interesting one for sure.
It's difficult. Very difficult.
And then Wednesday night, we have a debut of a new series, the Votive Racing League. Their Boomer Button Box Indy Oval Series will debut at Fontana, and that'll be Mark Murphy and Jalopnik.com's Ryan Eric King on that call. And then also at that exact same time, myself, Josh Bittner, over on the Vigilante Racing League. We'll call their action. That's a truck series just like this. They have a race at Legacy Atlanta. Here's Lionel Callisto around Pepto Joe and made it pretty quick and easy. Move Callisto up 2 spots in the last couple of laps, move him up to 6th. And he is working now on Clapper, and this one's not going to last very long, Lewis.
Yeah, so I think Easy is going to get on 5th position in 2 or 3 laps for Callisto, because these two other guys, Pepto 20 laps with the same tires and Clapper with 25, and he have to push because the time is tick, 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 tick.
Yep.
38 to go. Yeah.
As you mentioned, you look down, and the next thing you know, it's 5 to go. And we're kind of there. He's going to get the move on Clapper here fairly shortly. Actually, he got around Clapper, moved Callisto now up to 5th. Next on his list is Justin Kirby, which I don't think is going to be quite as easy. Kirby is about on the same level of tire as Callisto, so they're turning roughly the same type of lap times. Hawkins now, he's been reeled in by Greg Evans. Evans now 3/10 behind him. Last time Evans rode behind him for a little while. Will he do the same, or will he just pass him, knowing that Hawkins is going to have to come to pit road one more time?
He have to wait for at least 5 more laps in track to go to the end.
No, Pieces is going to pass him. To the inside in 3.
Mark.
Evans to the lead, looking for his 3rd consecutive win here in the series. Hawkins not letting him get away with the lead that easy.
He have to squeeze over there, but nah. He left the position.
Now here comes Zorn. Zorn has worked his way up to 3rd now.
Ooh. I see people hit the wall.
And a little squirrely there off of 2. And I think Zorn's going to get this pass completed probably by the time they get to 1, just the way that he looked like he had a good run coming off the corner. And Evans, this has probably got to be the longest 5 laps that he needs to turn in his life. Probably feels like it, as he's like, God, I just need to pit one more time and I'm done.
Good path for Thorne.
Jake Euler managed to get the pit road and got the tow and got the fast repair and got an engine resuscitation. He's underneath there passing. He's down in 18th, but had a little bit of an ooh. Wasn't sure if Verne was going to let him go or not. Didn't have to.
So I think so. When his phone hit the wall, he went from 4th to 2nd gear, and then when he
okay, all right.
So when he put full throttle, the engine blew out in 4th.
Okay.
So yeah, kind of weird. Weird, but
pit road, final stop.
36.
Maybe he goes one more. I don't know. It should be his final stop. This is going to be his last set of tires, I believe. Yeah.
Well, he did 30 last time, so it's 31 now. Oh, it's good to go. Yeah, good to go.
And yeah, he's going to go up on the jacks. Yep, and that last set of tires for Clapper. We'll see where he cycles through. Evans in a battle, not for position, just track position with Euler. Euler, 13-lap tires versus Evans' 24-lap old tires. He probably doesn't necessarily want to see that in front of him, because here comes Zorn to the bottom side.
Coming very strong Zorn over there with 3/10 faster on the Evans.
I would expect probably Hawkins pit road this time by. We'll see.
coming down.
Yep, there he is. There he is.
It's gonna be interesting this.
Yes.
Because who's gonna do the faster on pit road?
And how much fuel does he need to get to the end? Is it just tires and no fuel? And then is he going to be light tank with fresh tires now at this point? We're talking Red Bull laps here. Rigney on pit road. They got this final stop right there. Stretch Armstrong on pit road. Watching Hawkins complete his final stop. Down and away.
Came up front.
Back up front, though, Zorn is not letting Evans go. And Zorn running that bottom line. Evans running that lane up.
So, I don't know if you did before, but this is the point when you try to figure out in which point I can pass him, or like a test to the guy in front to you, to the last team.
Something happened to Vern Hawkins. Not sure what happened. Damage on his truck.
Oh no, sorry on pit two. I'll let you know.
And he's coming up to speed, really hustling it, and he gets loose. And the back end kind of comes around. The tire's not quite up to temperature. Track is not warm. And, ouch. That might be the... he's going to rough it out, though. He's got no other tires to go to. And he really can't stop again because he's just going to lose track position. So he's just going to stay out and rough it out. We'll see what happens, but that might be the end of the best chance for a win for Vern Hawkins, who won in the Xfinity Series here tonight in the Truck Series at Kentucky. Greg Evans still up front. He's on pit road.
Here, the two on pit road.
Justin Kirby on pit road. Rick D going to stay out long, and he will cycle to the front. Under 1 of 125. Richie Hearn.
That's low, very slow for Greg Evans. So Kirby went on front on Evans.
Yeah, let's take a look. Evans, pit road. Kirby, only 9.2 seconds, so maybe 2 tires?
I'll let you know. Right? Yeah, he changed the right. Just remember what's happened with Richie Hearn on Iowa.
Yeah.
He changed the right one. Works, but not like he expected. So
Right.
I know Iowa is different on this one. They have a long, like a four lines on each corner.
Yeah.
But Iowa is only three, at least 3.5. So
He held off everybody with fresh tires behind him. That was a kind of a late caution in that particular race. He held off everyone pretty good to get a top 10 at the end, but only 2 tires. But yeah, he had to really work for it.
So Rick, top 5?
Yeah, Rick D is still the leader. He is coming to pit road right now. So this is his final stop at lap 103, coming to 104. Richie Hearn's going to stay out. He is going to be your leader. He will have about a 2-second cushion over Kirby. Actually, about a 7-second cushion over Kirby. Hearn stopped on 77. He's going to have to stop again.
So Thorne changed 4. Yeah, she changed 4, but kind of weird how to see the jacking coming up. So Yeah, Zorn 4, Evans 4, but Kirby 2.
Yeah, Greg Evans 172.9 purple lap that time by, almost 173 miles per hour. So Evans going, closers be closing, as they say, in these late stages. As Kirby getting to the back bumper. Here comes Zorn. Zorn not quite clear yet. So this is effectively a battle for the lead once Richie Hearn pits.
Exactly, yes.
Kirby tried a little bit of that black magic on that last pit stop. Maybe try to turn some 4-tire magic into 2-tire magic, and it didn't look like it's gonna quite work out that way for him. It'll get him some valuable track position, probably secure him a podium right now, but he is gonna be in a battle for his life for second here very shortly. As Kirby looking on the low side, going through 3 and 4, gonna get a good run, but not quite able to get up to the quarter panel there. .108 of 125. Once again, if you're just joining us, you're watching P1's coverage of round 3 of 12 of the ISRA Truck Series, coming to you from Kentucky Speedway. Where currently Greg Evans is going to be your leader once Richie Hearn pits. And we have about 23 laps to go.
Okay, this is the moment. So Soren have to pass it because Evans is going.
He's got to go. He's got to go. Got to go.
Yeah.
Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel so don't miss out on the next race. And before we get to the end of the race, let's do a real quick side-by-side and a message from our sponsor, SimMotion. We're right back.
With years of experience and a passion for customer service, SimMotion is a trusted name for SimMagic products. Whether you're just getting started or a seasoned pro, we have the gear to get you on the podium. At SimMotion, we don't just sell gear, we feel your passion for sim racing.
And we're back. I want to thank SimMotion for taking a chance on the ISRA, becoming ISRA and becoming a series sponsor. They are sim racers taking care of other sim racers. What a concept, isn't it? That is SimMotion's mission. With over 50 combined years of experience in the community and the industry, SimMotion is your one-stop strategy for everything you need for sim racing, whether you still have your rookie stripes or you're a grizzled veteran looking for that next upgrade. Check out their line of sim racing hardware, including top brands like Ace-Attack, Butt Kicker, Moza, SimMagic, and more. SimMotion is a proud sponsor of the ISRA. Visit their online store today or follow one of their socials. All the links are in the description. Closing this race out, 112 of 125 in the books. All green, all pretty much standard MO for ISRA racing here. Greg Evans is your leader. Not sure what would have been if Vern Hawkins did not have the issue coming up to speed with the new tires. Currently, Hawkins right now is in 9th spot, looking at a top 10, but certainly not a finish that he was hoping for. Ken Zorn run down Evans.
You're gonna see Zorn, the line he takes. So Evans is up, Zorn is down. But the thing is, you're going faster on side. But the thing is, when you come in on Axiom 4, the wall is getting close, and you're going up, so you lose at least, 110. So that's why it's so Evans is getting faster, because he used the second line on to be more faster. They basically don't put much effort on the corner.
Well, he wasn't off the bottom. He wasn't on the bottom that time. He was about following what Evans was doing. Does he have time to run him down now? Evans leader by 7. Zorn over Kirby by 6. Callisto, we have not talked about him much in this final run. He is now up to 4th. Might have a shot at Kirby. We go to the in-car, or the in-truck with Callisto. There is Kirby. You see him right there as they round the corner. Kirby's right there. He might have time to run him down.
Should be. I think so. Kirby, his tire is warm, so I think so. Everything is.
Yeah, but that time by, Kirby was a 10th faster. Callisto a 31.7. Kirby a 31.6. Oh, he's breathing it. Yeah, his truck's just not handling the way he wants it to right now at this part of the race, but he is looking at a good finish. And he should have himself a pretty decent edge back to Clapper. Clapper's about 5 seconds behind. Pop up with Joshua Zorn as Evans in a battle with Rick Say Hey Lewis Hayes there. Actually caught him a little bit. Not much. 8 to go. Hey, next week we go back to the short tracks for round 4. We're actually going to Indianapolis, but not the Brickyard. We're going to Indianapolis Raceway Park, the other racetrack in Indianapolis everyone tends to forget about.
The Lucas Oil.
The Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park, of course, home of the U.S. Nationals, NHRA. But a little known fact, there is a road course there, and that is where IndyCar had one of their very first road races back when they were being under USAC, when they were the USAC Champ Car, when they were under USAC sanctioning. And that's where Mario Andretti got his very first IndyCar win, right there on the road course at IRP.
70, 80 something? Which year?
Would have been in the 60s.
60.
Yes, early 60s.
I think so. Everything's getting like, oh, okay, this is the position I want to finish, and let's bring it in to the end, because I don't see any more improvement on Thorn. Actually, 32 flat on Evans, 31.9, but it's couple. It's nothing over there, and Kirby still 10 time of Callisto, so 32 flat both of them.
And Mario Andretti's first win came in 1965 at the Hoosier Grand Prix on the road course there at Lucas Oil Raceway. It's one of the reasons why I want them to scan the road course, because historically speaking, I think it's a very important road course, and it's still in use. Mostly
it's still over there?
Yeah, it's still there. The club cars and stuff are they run on it most of the time, but you would never see a big race like USAC, Champ Cars or Indy Cars running there. But it'd be nice to have it back if they could scan it somehow. Coming to 2 to go. 3 miles. Greg Evans looking to go for 3 for 3 to start the season here in the trucks. narrowly missed the Xfinity Series championship, and on a mission to right that wrong in the Truck Series right here. Down the backstretch. A full lane off the bottom, coming off at 3 and 4. White flag in the air. One more to go. Staring at just some lap traffic down the backstretch. Not going to be a problem. Into 3, nice and easy. Transitions on the 4. You're going to look from his point of view on his hood. Coming to victory lane one more time. Greg Evans here. Winner at Kentucky.
3
for
3
3.
of 3.
Yes. Josh Zorn, P2 in his first start. And Kirby, another podium for him in P3. Callisto comes home 4th. Clapper in 5th. Actually, let's get all those graphics off the screen. There we go. Let's get the results up now. Greg Evans finished right exactly where he started, on the pole. Led 33 laps. Got the win. Josh Zorn up 1 spot, led 2 laps himself. Great debut here in the series. P2, Justin Kirby led 14 laps, finishes 3rd. Lionel Callisto up 12 spots. I believe he is our biggest gainer, which is no surprise. He does that all the time. Lionel Callisto, the defending series champion, P4 after improving 12 spots. Clapper finished 3 spots better, and he is there in 5th. Matt Wagner finished 9 spots. Very quietly worked his way into a good points-paying position there in 6th. Pat Armstrong, stretch, he is in 7th. Pepto Joe, not the finish he necessarily wanted. He fell back a couple spots from where he started. It was up among the leaders and kind of in the early exchange of the pit stops. Had the pace, led 6 laps, but cycled back as had trouble with the tires as they got older. But a good run for Pepto Joe, finishing 8th. Sam Crow 9th. Vern Hawkins is really the 59 laps, really kind of dominated this race. But that's not the finish he wanted. On his last stint, coming up to speed in turns 3 and 4, got loose. Back end came around, caught it. Then the front, caught the front, and then the front kind of took off on him, sent him into the wall, and had to run out that last stint, really, with a busted truck. But he still brought it home 10th for a top 10 finish. Alex Guyon, he's up 7 spots to 11th. Rick D, 12th. Trevor Hunt, 13th. Say Hey, Lewis Hayes, he finishes 14th. Should we mention Hunt in his first start here in the series, up 4 spots, actually lit a lap. Good on him. Richie Hearn, 15th. Big John, 16th. Rigney, that's not going to help in the points championship. Rigney, he is one of the top 3. Now he finished 17th. We'll see how it shakes out here in a moment when the points are calculated. Jake Euler with the blown engine, but the recovery and resuscitation on pit road. It's a miracle. And but he does bring it home 18th. Good effort. Good effort. As you see, no cautions and 0 for 0 again. That's the key stat up there in the top. And 162.2 was the race average.
And 160. Oh. Okay.
All right, so let's check out, get some replays.
We can put the section on these races about the winner of the race, for sure, who won the race, but who's the guy on the race and who's the loser of the race. Like, for example, I gonna say the biggest of the race is Callisto for 12th position on there.
Right. Right.
And I don't want to say the loser because it looks like loser, but it's not loser. It's basically how Hawkins is run around the strategy he did.
Yeah.
But one mistake put it back from first battle for the position and win try to win the race and to 10th.
Yeah, it's just more of a tough luck day for Vern Hawkins than anything. I want to say he's the biggest loser, but he probably feels a little sore after this run.
Yeah.
Probably expects a lot more. So we'll get into the interview room here momentarily. Bring up Justin Kirby.
Oh, maybe it's not around. Oh, there we are. It's down.
And let's see here in the interview room and bring up Justin. We'll bring him up. He's actually probably in one of the rooms. We'll bring him up though.
Room 5 down.
Yep. Hey, Justin, congratulations, P3. Went with the two-tire stop on the last one. Didn't quite pan out with the least in terms of keeping pace with P1 and P2, but it definitely secured you that final step on the podium there in P3 with the two-stopper, or the two-tire stopper.
Yeah, it was mission not quite accomplished. Because it was, I was anticipating to have a little bit bigger advantage when I came out of the pits, but then when we got up to speed and I only had 2 seconds on him, I was like,
"Uh-oh,
this ain't gonna work."
Yeah.
So my best bet was trying to hold them off on the high side, and they had so much forward bite center off like on the new tires. Just it was like trying to spit in the wind. It just didn't work out.
Well, not a bad run overall. You were up in the front all day. It just, I guess, I mean, for your point of view, it's just another typical ISR type of race. No cautions, all green flag, all go, 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 go. When did you kind of decide on what your pit strategy was going to be? Because it was obviously going to come down to who could maximize those fresh tires the most. Is that something that you worked on during the week, or just got into this thing and you said, okay, I'm just probably going to pit every 32, every 42 or something like that?
I was honestly, it was kind of a whim.
Yeah,
because I know I just like, I always want to run. I always like running the tank dry just because I've been burned so many races with the caution flag flying when I'm on pit road. It's just I want to try to eliminate that chance that I can. But I thought we were going to be a little bit deeper into the final part of the run before for the two tires to work out better. When I saw it was 25 laps, I almost backed out and went back to 4 tires, but I'm like, well, I keep doing what I'm doing. I'm pretty much stuck where I'm at, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And then I don't know what happened to Vern, why he wasn't up there, but that was kind of a lucky break on my part. So it just had to try something different, and I know better to take it forward next time.
Well, friends, family, sponsors, shout outs. You want to say hi to for finishing third here tonight in Kentucky?
Oh, just want to thank my boys at Black Magic. Again, Brent, always being there behind the scenes. I know he hasn't been around. It's just he's been having some stuff bothering him, so it's been hard for him to drive. So but he's there watching. Trevor new to the league. He's one of the guys that's going to be running around too. So he'll be good to have here. Got to thank Mike for bringing ISRA back. Like I said before, just he does a fantastic job with it. Got to definitely thank Darren Ganji and bringing Sim Motion and to help sponsor the rest of the series and for this season. And big shout out to him for putting that faith in that support and us and what we do. And thank you guys, P1, for being here to get us started.
Well, it's our pleasure, and congratulations. Let's see if he's updated the points yet. Maybe we got an update on the points here before we let you go. And then we can see where you are in the championship. I mean, we're only 3 rounds in, but you never know when you can start counting all those in. Let's see. Truck points, have we got them updated yet?
I'll let you know.
Not yet. So right now you're at least in fourth, at least going into the race, and I think that the fact that you finished ahead of Flanagan and Rigney at least moves you probably up in the second, probably.
Yeah, we'll see where that goes. We got to keep Greg from bowling a 300 here because this is getting a little ridiculous.
I trust that there will be different winners this year. I don't see Red Bull dominance written all over this one, but we shall see. But if anyone could do it, I know you looked really good today. Zorn looked really good today. He's new to the league. Callisto obviously is always going to be good. He's the defending series champion, so I think it's going to be pretty tough for Greg to run the table, but we'll shall see. I mean, that's why they actually run the races and we don't watch them on paper because everything's be perfect on cardboard, but we run the races for real.
Well, if somebody wants to screw up the floor on his vehicle, I'm all for that. Wanky face. Just kidding. He does a fantastic job. It's when somebody's that good, having that target that's it. If you're able to do something about it, it's just that much more satisfying. So it's like it's a good carrot to go after.
For sure. Well, we'll catch you next week. We're going back to the short track at IRP next week, so we'll catch you there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Have a good night, guys.
Hey, you take care. Send them back to where his room was there, and let's bring up Josh Zorn into the booth. Josh Zorn, welcome to the league, first of all. It's a pleasure to have you here. I heard as soon as you joined the league, someone messages me and says, that Josh guy is pretty fast. And I'm like, oh, okay, so someone to watch. And yeah, you definitely proved that you lived up to your legend, as it reached me very early after you joined the board or the Discord server. And you proved it right here on the racetrack, finishing second in your opening race here at Kentucky. Talk about your race.
Oh, thank you very much. It was Kentucky's a track that I've had lots of fun at in the past, so I felt fairly comfortable stepping in here, and just kind of hoping to have a good clean run and kind of feel the trucks out. Qualified a little better than I was anticipating, so just tried to maintain track position from the get-go there and make it to the first pit stop in decent position, and was able to do that and have clean pit stops. And as the race kind of cycled through, kind of just had to figure out the timing of when that last pit stop was going to happen and kind of see where everything else was going to fall.
Well, let's talk about your race up. You got a chance to eye your competition for the first time under anger, so to speak. You were up there with Kirby and Evans. I'm not sure if you've raced against either one of those guys before, but what do you think of those two? And do you think you have a shot at Evans, who has now gone 3 for 3 to start the season with wins at the first 3 races? Do you think you got something for him as you go look at the schedule and the later races coming up?
Well, actually, I've raced with Greg quite a bit in the past, so I'm quite familiar with him. I've seen his back bumper a lot. So, I'm always keen to just follow him and learn from him and take advantage where I can, but he doesn't give too many opportunities to take advantage of.
No, he does not. He does not. That is for sure. Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors. Anyone to say hi to before we let you go so you can go celebrate your first 1-for-1 podium here in the start of the series for you?
Oh, I'll just give a shout out to all the guys that I've raced with here before that invited me in, and thank you very much for having me.
No problem. Good to have you. Looking forward to see how this season now will unfold with a new challenger up front. Congratulations, and we'll catch you at IRP next week.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
He reminds me of the interview of Al Unser Sr. I don't know if you've ever heard an Al Unser Sr. interview, but go back and listen. And he reminded me of an Al Unser Sr. interview from whenever you hear him on the radio or on ABC or anything like that. So, and that's a compliment, Josh. That's a big compliment.
like a relax, it's okay.
Well, it's very matter of fact. Completely opposite of Uncle Bobby. Uncle Bobby's like, hey, it's all about me. Al Unser Sr. very, very relaxed. So yeah, Josh, go check out an old YouTube video with an interview of Al Unser Sr. and It's kind of what it reminds me of, but that's a compliment. Trust me, it's a compliment. Let's bring up Greg Evans into the booth here. Greg Evans, 3 for 3, perfect so far on the season. Can you run the table like Verstappen or not?
Heck no.
No,
No, I don't even know how it happened tonight. Honestly, I was that first run, I was stuck behind Zorn and Kirby and Vern and could not go anywhere.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I even thought about running the top line in 3 and 4, but I got up there and just kind of found I don't know what you call it, found like a little bit of a groove, or I don't know. That's the only reason we had a shot.
Little grip strip up there, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was there. I've always struggled through Kentucky, and like I said, I just knew staying behind those guys, I wasn't going anywhere. And with the way fourth gear was kind of geared, if you got down to the really low groove, it kind of bogged the truck down so much that you really couldn't get a run.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to try to just keep the momentum up a little bit on the high line and see if I can find something up there. And there it was.
Sure enough. And the thing is, it didn't look like really anyone followed you up there either. Most everyone kind of kept it glued to the bottom in 3 and 4, and you were a good lane off the bottom, if not more, in 3 and 4. Even going through 1 and 2, I think you were kind of a half a lane off the bottom, not on the bottom like a lot of people were. But yeah, that first stint, you kind of stalled out and like 4th or 5th there for a while. Was it just the guys that up front racing that hard, or was the air that turbulent behind them that was making it tough for you to pick a line in order to attack?
Yeah, it was all air. As soon as I pitted a little bit early, I didn't pit as early as Vern did, but I wanted to try to see if I could get ahead of Kirby and Zorn, just to see if I could kind of stall them out. And it's sure enough, as soon as I was able to get in front of them, they caught me. But it's like as soon as they got there, if I ran their line, they just kind of stalled out too. So I was trying to play that game all night and keep it ahead of them. I think they were a little bit quicker than I was, honestly. And then about had a heart attack whenever Zorn didn't call his pit and pitted a lap before me. I was like, oh God, I got to come now. but I've raced with Zorn for years and years, and I've also told him, I said, man, this is your first race. There's a league rule that you cannot win the first race. So I think that's why. I think he took it easy on me tonight.
Okay. So I guess next week's going to be rougher. Well, let's talk about next week. Next week is our first really short track that we've ran either in the truck or Xfinity. So we're at the tiny flat IRP oval. What's your experience there, and what's your thoughts about heading to the really short tracks for the first time here in either Xfinity or trucks?
Honestly, I love IRP or ORP, whatever it is now. I love.
It's always going to be IRP to me. It's always going to be IRP.
Oh yeah. It is to me as well. That's what I grew up watching. But yeah, I love short track racing. That's kind of what I learned on. And but we'll there's like I said, the competition is getting tougher and tougher week by week. Whenever Sam told me that Zorn had signed up, I was like, thanks, man. I appreciate that. So, but no, Josh is very clean. He's going to fit right in over here. Going to bring a lot of competition, and he'll be in victory lane soon as well.
Well, we just got the points tallied. You got yourself a 25-point lead over Kirby, who's in second. Pepto Joe is now third. Lionel Callisto is fourth. Matt Wagner moved up to fifth. Rigney with the big fall, unfortunately, just not a good race for him. He goes from second to sixth. Sam Crow seventh, Clapper eighth, Rick D in ninth, Pat Armstrong in 10th. That's a top 10. So a 25-point cushion, not too bad. 7 bonus points. Those always are there nice to add up towards the end of the season. Every point counts. But a 25-point lead, 3 races in, not too bad, not too shabby, and 3 for 3 for wins. So congratulations on getting that third one there. I always said that I kind of said in the broadcast, you're kind of a man on the mission to kind of right the wrong of whatever happened during the Xfinity series. So like he could run the table, folks. We don't know, but we shall see as we head to the next very first short track of the season next week at IRP. But we know you have some friends, families, and sponsors that you like to say hi to. So go right ahead. But it's your third win of the season. Go ahead and celebrate.
Thank you, guys. Thank first of all, Sim Motion for coming on board and sponsoring the league. That's a huge benefit to us, and they actually sell the product Sim Magic that I use. So man, if you're looking for a new wheel, new shifter, I've got new steering wheel from them. Make sure you head over there and support them. Thank you guys again for broadcasting and Rigney for hosting everything for us and putting on the league. And also got like Frank Liner, like I said, Sim Magic and Sim Lab, Butt Kicker, and thank all my teammates and everything over here. And we'll give it a shot again next week. Try to go 4 for 4.
You got it. We'll see you next week at IRP. Go celebrate.
Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.
You too. All right. We barely got off to start this race. We started with the starting lineup, but everything. But it turned into be a very typical, again, ISRA race. So if I do my math here for my spreadsheet, then I can tell you we are at this season 98.7% green flag laps. Between the first truck season, the Xfinity season, and this partial truck season, we have now turned, hopefully I've got this right. We have turned 3,160 laps, and only 27 cautions for 97 laps for a green flag total of 96.93% green flag laps. So again, they continue to bring that number up and up and up every week. So just a tribute and congratulate these guys for again putting on a fantastic product. I think as truck racing goes, we do cover other leagues, but I think these guys are amongst the best that I see on a weekly basis. And I think that it shows just by the percentage of green flag laps. But Lewis, final thoughts before we get on out of here.
Well, great race today. Really, really enjoyed the green flag. 1 hour and 7 minutes of race, only
Yes.
green flags. So that is a good thing. Like I said, great Evans again. Let's see. I'm gonna put the eyes on Soar next on the USA Speedway. I think it's Indianapolis. Anyways, Speedway.
Yeah, IRP. Yep.
Yeah, and so I hope that somebody can catch on Store, because we're gonna see a Max Verstappen and the
We got Greg Verstappen out there.
Yeah, but this is like everybody's close.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Everybody's equal. So last week we saw Rigney. Last week, I still said last week. Last in Iowa.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
So Rigney get for second place for very close for one nose, and now Sor in almost a second. So yeah, so it's gonna be a good season. It's still have a lot of more. So I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, included one road course in Walking Point. So let's see what's happening on Lucas Oil next one. Short track, I never raced. I only raced there by the Indy Pro, and it's for sure it's easy, but in this track it's kind of difficult. I know it's flat, very flat. It's not really have too much banking over there, and to be honest, it's gonna be interesting which line you're gonna use it. If you're gonna use it, because it have like a 5 or 6 line or something like that. Well, in the Indy Pro, you can see many lines over there.
Yeah.
But in this track, in this car, it's gonna be different. Let's see what's happening. It's gonna be fun to watch all these people around. I don't know if it's gonna be all night or day. I can tell you, no, it's not saying nothing. You don't say nothing about if it's day or night.
Nighttime's always the right time to race, in my opinion. But keep in mind, sure. I mean, that's kind of how IRP got its claim to fame, was Thursday Night Thunder. And that's where the USAC sprints would run. And that's where, of course, Jeff Gordon kind of cut his teeth. So, yeah, maybe we'll see a night race. But, again, I'm looking forward to it. But great race tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
That's it for tonight. Once again, your podium from Kentucky is Greg Evans, 3 for 3 to start the season. Josh Zorn for his first first podium in his first start. And Justin Kirby, another podium finish here in the league. That is your top 3. Join P1 again next week for round 4 of season 2 of the ISRA Truck Series. The teams of drivers will head to Indianapolis, but not the Brickyard. No, you'll be on the tiny oval at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park, or as I like to call, IRP. Coverage begins around 9:45 p.m. Eastern. Again, it's 9:45 p.m. Eastern. Remember, new time, new channel this season. Everything right here for the correct broadcast time in your area. You can find everything right here at youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not an easy one, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know you thought of tonight's race, and if you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. And if you said anything in chat tonight, we want to thank you for your reactions. We really, really do appreciate you for chatting with us tonight. It always makes these races much more interesting. If you're new, click subscribe or while you hit the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more of other P1 other iRacing programming, including tomorrow night, our signature broadcast. The IndyCar Oval Series makes its return to the channel that, the roots of the channel that really launched its popularity. And that's over here on P1. And we will be at Nashville. Myself, Stevie, Justin, LGN will all be there at Nashville to call the opening round of Season 4, 2024 in the IndyCar Oval Series tomorrow night, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. And then Wednesday night doubleheader, the Votive Racing League Boomer Button Boxes IndyCar Oval Series, round 1, Mark Murphy and Ryan Eric King. They will be calling the action from Fontana. And at the same time, it'll be myself and Josh Bittner calling the action for the Vigilante Truck Series at Atlanta. So third night of a doubleheader of 3 doubleheaders this week, and that will be tomorrow. Wednesday night. So big week here at P1. Just ring the bell, and you'll get notified whenever we go live. That's the easy way to do it. Today's race sponsorship sponsored by Sim Motion. Sim racers taking care of other sim racers. Hey, what a concept. That is Sim Motion's mission. With over 50 combined years of experience in the community and industry, Sim Motion is your one-stop strategy for everything you need for sim racing. Whether you still have your rookie stripes or you're a grizzled veteran looking for that next upgrade, check out their line of sim racing hardware, including top brands like Ace-Tech. I have a set of Ace-Tech pedals. Those are awesome. Butt Kicker, I have one of those. Those are all good too. Moza, we saw some Moza sponsorship out there. Sim Magic, we saw some guys that have some Sim Magic out there, and so much more. You saw them right here. A lot of the guys are using them. So Sim Motion is a proud sponsor of the ISRA. Visit their online store today or follow one of their socials. The links are all in the description. I want to thank them for making their choice of sponsoring the ISRA the right choice. Track cams for this race provided by Whiplash Sim Cams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash Sim Cams. Learn more about Whiplash. Like them on Facebook. Follow them on Twitter or Instagram. Links are in the description. So, for LG and everyone at P1 and here at the ISRA, I am Gary Gatto saying all good night and thanks for watching. And to all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again right here next week at IRP for the next race of the ISRA Truck Series. Good night.